I've never been in a party and they played some real New York like Rakim. They gonna play Pop That Coochie before they play New York.
Yeah, I hope so.
They'll play Let Me Ride That Donkey before they play.
Yeah, I hope so.
New Yorkers gotta learn to make music for people to party, not that junk. Not nobody wanna be thinking.
I ain't no joke.
No, I'm glad you said that because that had pissed me off. That's how I feel about when I listen to Kendrick.
No.
I just wanna turn up,
I'm
bro.
telling you, you gotta
What are you
listen.
saying?
It's a message.
No, nobody
Bitch,
wanna
I don't want no
Wanna
fucking
listen to
message
no
in a
fucking
song.
message.
When down south people started making good music, New York moved the goalpost. Well, y'all ain't saying nothing. The music wasn't meant to say nothing. Wop, babaloo, bam, wop, bam, boom. Nobody, you supposed to just vibe.
That's why Future is king.
That's why he king, because he know how to make you do this.
Yeah.
Man, he ain't saying that. I know that's the beauty.
That's the beauty.
That's the
Because I don't
beauty.
know what the hell was in.
It's how you say it. Music was invented
That
in
shit
the
went
South
hard.
anyway.
I will say this. Jay-Z is my favorite rapper. But he knew how to go get Southern rappers and dumb it down too, though.
He had a bling.
You know he got to dumb it down.
Yeah, big pimpin', spinning. They're talking that shit. He talking about being with girls and shit. I don't want to hear all that KRS-One shit. You cross the bridge. You see, man, shut the fuck up. About no damn bridge, nigga. We ain't got no bridge in Atlanta.
New York was always stupid for thinking that they word means something. Like, they really think that Biggie is the best rapper. They really think New York niggas is the best rapper. They don't realize they only think that.
Because I wanted to have this conversation. I was scrolling the timeline, sticking to the hip hop theme. There was, I forgot the comedian's name. But there's a podcast, Defund Podcast. They were talking about Southern rap versus Northern rap. Now, we've had this conversation multiple times in these spaces, but their understanding and reasoning on why Southern rap was superior was so cringeworthy, and it made me ashamed a little bit. For
Anybody that would say that Southern rap is superior, I think like you're just crazy.
for a brief
But I don't care what your reasoning is.
for a brief second, I was ashamed of my blackness. I was ashamed of loving hip hop based on what these niggas was talking about. It was unbelievable. I'm not gonna lie. It was disgusting. This nigga said music wasn't meant to say nothing. If these niggas don't sound like old coons, this was embarrassing. This is all of the tropes that white people say
Ooh.
about us.
And where they from?
These niggas from Georgia. That shit is so cringe, dog. And so I seen a tweet, I'm about to put in the jumbo. It said the Southern rap fans have the lowest rap IQ when it comes to judging rap music based on skill and talent. Most Southern rap fans, even the old heads, use silly metrics to judge talent. 1, the strip clubs won't play this. 2, the hood won't play this. 3, he not really like that. 4, he got the most money. 5, how many views this got. 6, I don't like no deep rap music. And I can't lie, that's 100% true. When you think about the Southern rap fan, and I'm from the South, but I like when niggas be talking, right, in their music and saying that shit. But when you talk to niggas from the South and women from the South about hip hop, those 6 things are the criteria to Southern hip hop lovers. And that shit just sounds so ignorant. I was embarrassed, dog. Y'all know I get secondhand embarrassment so easily. When I heard that, I said, no, this can't be real. These niggas gotta be joking. These niggas gotta be fucking joking. Are you serious? Hip hop was not made to say anything?
I've heard that before. They not joking.
That shit was cringe. Check, what's the word? How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. I hope you're off that Rory tip. But as far as the conversation, hey, peace, everybody. How y'all doing? Um, that was blasphemy what you just said. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just think that I totally disagree. Hip hop has always been about the message. You know what I'm saying? And the different reasons represent that message very differently. It connects to the things that people do every single day. So I don't think those bad apples. We do this thing in the community where we highlight the loud minority and then try to make that the majority of people's thought process. I don't think that that's indicative to how a lot of us feel. I don't necessarily agree with that. The Southern rap fans have the lowest intelligence when it comes to
Do
intelligence
you
as far as what?
I
I don't agree with that. Did Rashad, you said that? I don't agree with that.
no, I
Yeah,
no,
like
Or you
that was
said
the
that?
that was the tweet. Can you put voice isolation, please? But
nah, nigga, you said that
Okay.
that was true.
no,
You
no,
talking
no,
about as a southerner?
no. I
I'm like,
said
Rashad, nigga, you East
no.
Coast.
As these six, which I just read, which is in the jumbo, the metric in where a lot, and I would say majority of people in the southern region that listen to hip hop, this is a part of their criteria when we're talking about who's the best rapper. When we're talking
What's a part of their criteria?
the six things I read off, I put in jumbo, but strip club won't play it, the hood
Oh,
won't play it.
okay,
He not really
okay.
like that. Money, views, you don't like deep rap. Like that is the
Okay,
criteria when niggas be
superficial
having
stuff,
yeah,
you
when
feel like.
niggas having a talent and skill conversation. So like when niggas say best, depending on where you live, best means something different. And I think when you say the best in the South, it has to do with a lot of superficial shit instead of bars and getting to it. And so that is indicative of what these niggas is talking about. They're not you know, the oddball. They're not anomalies. A lot of people in this I'm from here. A lot of people feel like that.
Yeah, but that's not how most of us feel. And I just again to attack to attack the part of America that's majority black is insane and say that we have these sentiments. I'd argue it's from other regions of the United States, but I don't connect with that. I don't feel the same way. And also I do understand that my lived experience is my anecdotal experience. It's not empirical. There's no data to back up these there's no data to even back up these sentiments. So it's just like it's conjecture. I don't know. As a southerner myself from Houston, Texas, I don't feel the same way.
I think if we look at the history of Southern rap, um, and the majority of people who quote unquote got on and was pushed into mainstream, I think that these comments are indicative of that, right? Because yes, of course, we have the TIs, we have the Outcasts, we have the big boys. There are niggas from the South who can rap their ass off, right? But if they're the minority, and we can't forget that. We can't act like that's not true. The niggas in the South who really rap and be getting to it, they are the vast minority. For the most
Is that
part,
regionally exclusive to one region though? That's kind of what I'm saying. The same argument can be had with all of these regions that people who are being put on. It's a small few of people who are actually authentic to the genre of hip hop. So
no,
that's
I
regionally
don't think so.
exclusive.
Yeah, I think that the niggas who get pushed in the mainstream in the West Coast are niggas that rap. Just go think about it. The niggas that get pushed in the Midwest are niggas that rap.
Yeah, that's nonsense. I'm gonna tell you why that's nonsense. You have people like Snoop Dogg,
Who
very
raps?
degenerate,
No, 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 no.
degenerate,
We're not talking about
degenerate.
degeneracy. We're not talking about
Yeah, yeah, we
degeneracy.
are. We
No,
are though.
I'm not.
We
Well, you
are.
can talk about it. I'm not talking about it. I'm talking about
Okay, well I
lyrics.
Wait,
am.
but how did he
But
come
I
to
am.
the topic
Because
though?
Yeah, like
Are you
that has
saying that the South is not
yeah,
degenerate?
them niggas are
that's kind of
degenerate. What are we
say it
saying?
again.
The South is degenerate, so I don't know why we talking about degeneracy.
The South is
Real?
not the most degenerate, and that's
I
kind of what
never.
I'm saying. For the
I don't. All right now.
yeah,
Wait.
so Kenya, please, Kenya,
Check
please.
that.
Hold on.
All
Check, check,
right.
check.
No,
Hold on.
let me finish
It's
my fucking
Hold on.
my submission, and you understand where I'm coming from.
But
Okay.
For the
you're taking it.
reason
Check. Hold on. You're taking it to degeneracy, and I'm talking about lyrics and talent and skill. And so
I'm
whether you're
talking
the
about the same things.
okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So again, if I deem something to be degenerate, meaning what they're speaking about, I'm asking, is this regionally exclusive? And you're basically saying yes, but you're not saying yes. And for Southern hip hop, whose biggest thing was to not be mainstream, we've had to torch a lot less than these other regions. So then to harp in on us or put a magnifying glass on Southern hip hop and talk about all the things that it's not doing, I have to point the mirror and open it up and talk about the things that these other regions are doing. So degeneracy, you said really rapping, talking about pimping hoes, that's degeneracy. You feel me? Mr. Too Short. I bet you can't do it like that with a dick in her. Are we having a real conversation here? Like what these West Coast and what these other East Coast people are speaking about? The people who really keep it true to hip hop, honestly, is New York. About the consciousness aspect, about spreading a message and things of that nature. But to say that one region is not doing that and acting as if the other regions are doing it, that's what I push back against. So
uh, did you want to go to the answer?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Me or that's just?
Oh, I thought you was going because I just
Oh,
wanted
is
to.
that Mushy?
Yeah,
Oh, what the
that's
hell?
you know
Oh,
Mushy changed his picture. I
I
didn't know
don't
who he
know.
was, and he
I
changed his
didn't know who
name
that
too.
was.
Somebody looking for Mushy.
Right.
He changed his picture and his name. But
Right.
to push back, I'm not talking about degeneracy. Everybody, listen. If we talking about
I'm
pimping,
not.
if we talking about pimping, you from
Yeah,
Texas.
I don't know what.
Like,
Right.
if
And
we,
that's why I'm so confused because what I thought was that I thought all that shit was like very prevalent in the South. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it's not even.
You're super
I don't want
wrong.
to make, and I could be. I could be as you know, as a guest. Now, as a guest and coming up, yes, I am born and raised in Maryland, so of course that like might shape and shift how I think of things, but like my journey through hip hop music, the best bars like I felt like I always ever heard, whether that have been rap, whether it was like underground rap, whether it was battle rap, like they were from Jersey, they were from Philly, they were from DC, they were from New York. And you had your fuse and your possibles that might have been from the Midwest. You had your fuse that was from some other weird obscure ass places, but I just feel like the best rap I've ever heard all throughout my life was from niggas on that belt right there. So I just thought everybody felt that way. I mean, I love Lil Wayne like the rest of anybody else, but that's just Lil Wayne. But I always thought that was all niggas had.
go ahead, Mushy. What's the word? How you
How do
feeling
y'all
today?
feel comfortable even speaking on hip hop with like takes like this? This is crazy.
Listen, we
Every
didn't
day,
say it. Them niggas said it.
And
We,
then look who y'all worship. People like Nicki Minaj. Like that. This shit is insane.
one
But I
thing.
Cause you
guess.
always
One
trying to
thing.
bring
No, because
gas
I'm
in.
I'm
What
gonna
Hold
hold
about
on.
it?
Hold
accountable
on.
What
about
Hold
about
that
it?
on.
You're
bitch
not
every
gonna
time.
bully me. You're not gonna
Hold
bully
on.
I'm
me
not
like a
going to
nigga that,
bully
like
you, but
I
I'm going
said
to remind
about
you.
right. Like I
I'm going
said
to
about
remind
bitches that
you.
can
But
rap,
excuse
about
me.
people that can
She
rap.
can't
Yeah,
rap.
she can.
She
Right.
she
And,
she
and, and
can't.
I don't care about nothing
She
else.
can't.
She
Hold
can.
on.
She can't.
She can.
Hold
She
She
on.
can rap.
Hold on.
With
she
y'all
cannot.
niggas.
She
With
married a
y'all
sex
say.
offender.
She rap
She's
with
a
them.
guest in hip.
Oh, brother. We not going down the
Her
stand
being a
war.
guest in hip hop is just
Yeah, she's a
indicative of
guest in
her
hip hop.
greatness
Yeah,
because she
so
was
she
a
needs.
guest
We
and
not
still
going
became the
down. We
best. That's
not
not no
going
slight.
down the stand war. We not. We gonna stay on this Southern rap versus Northern rap and the takes that are in the jumbo and have a conversation about that. Please. Go ahead, Mushy. What's the word?
man. Every day y'all get up here and disappoint me.
What
The
happened this
dumbest shit
time?
I've ever heard.
What happened this
People
time,
will
Mushy?
literally uplift an anti-black immigrant and then talk about Southern rapping in the same breath.
Hey,
Like,
Tech, let
like
me
this
go
is the
right
shit I
quick,
be
dog.
talking about.
Go
Hold
ahead.
You
on, hold
can't be the
on,
guest in somebody else's culture.
Go.
I'm
hold
allowed to
on,
have an
Tech.
Yeah,
opinion, Chad. You're
and
not
I am
supposed
too. And I am
Check.
too. And I'm allowed to criticize
Check.
people and
Let
who they
Mushy
stand
go.
while they have all this critique on my culture. I do,
Let Mushy go.
especially as guests.
Go ahead, Mushy.
All right, dog. So these niggas being from the South sounds super stupid, dog. Cause if you listen to any of those niggas, like for example, guess who he go get every time he need a story or he need to say something? He go get Scarface. Scarface is one of the best storytellers that we have in hip hop from the South. You can go back to UGK, you know what I'm saying? Or Ghetto Boys, they gave us my man playing tricks on me. So this shit of niggas saying that we don't say nothing down the South is asinine as a motherfucker because we gave you everything that goes on in our daily life. You know what I'm saying? That's the realest of it, of Southern hip hop. Now, if you go to New York hip hop and you listen to all those earlier times, that's coming from like the fab like the 5%ers or you know what I'm saying, peace and elevation, you know what I'm saying, like, cause that's what the North was on, you know what I'm saying, Public Enemy, Queen Latifah, you know, the UNITY movement and shit. But when it come to us, we're giving you everyday struggles of what goes on in the South. That's and with T.I., you know what I'm saying, like, if you never heard T.I., one of his biggest first songs is Still Ain't Forgave Myself, and he talking about his struggles as a southern man, you know what I'm saying, jumping in the trap. So this shit that niggas is saying that ain't no message, nigga. Every Southern person that you ever heard came on first gave you a fucking message of their life.
Okay,
And then
wait. Can you go down the list again? Because T.I. and who else? Because let me start adding it up so we can really just crunch the numbers.
No, yeah, he said T.I., he said Scarface. And like Mushy, like I said,
T.I. Scarface, I'm sorry, I'm
there
20.
there
Spelling on you all.
are
Who fuck Scarface?
UGK, yeah,
UGK.
UGK,
UGK.
okay,
You know
yes.
what I'm saying? Like
There are niggas who do
you
that, but
got
what I'm
Devin the Dude. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a bunch of motherfuckers from the South. Even when Outkast
Wait,
came
is
out,
Andre three? I'm about to say, is Andre
yeah,
3000? They from the
Outcast.
South, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah. So when they
Okay, no,
first
wait,
came
hold on,
out,
Rashad. They do got some. Hold on,
No, I'm
Rashad.
not,
yeah,
no, no,
like
no. I'm
who
not saying what I'm saying
who's that
is
peeping through my window, like Dungeon Family.
hold
Like
on, hold on,
it's
hold on.
messages in that shit. Go ahead, dog.
What I'm saying is that because one, we just named artists from different generations, right? Scarface and T.I. not the same generation for the most part. And then
But them niggas brought up the old niggas in this clip. That's what I'm saying. Like they
but he
brought up
also
old niggas in this clip.
he brought up old New York niggas, but then he brought up
Yeah.
Future as far as somebody that's current. What I'm saying is the majority of the artists that are pushed, right? Because in my opinion, the T.I.s, the Waynes, the Scarfaces, them niggas are the minority. The majority of the Southern artists that are pushed are niggas that ain't saying shit for real. As opposed to different regions and where you have the West Coast and the niggas who are pushed to the front in the West Coast are saying shit. The niggas in the
So
Midwest are talking. The niggas up north
let
are
me ask you a
talking.
question. When you listen to Future, that's your favorite rapper. When you listen to Future, you feel like he don't say nothing.
I do, but I understand that he's not a lyrical genius.
I mean, right, because
I've
what does say is something mean? Because I feel like this conversation get tricky.
That
yeah,
nigga said I got a cousin I ain't seen in years. Came up sleeping in the same bed. My main dog Max did the feds. Nigga, that's something that I went through.
but
You know
I
what I'm
see
saying?
when
Like,
I listen to Future, I feel what Future is talking about, even though I haven't lived it, obviously. But he's one of
yeah.
those rappers that make you feel something, and so that's why I really like him because when I listen to him, I feel like he's telling the truth. I feel like he's authentic. I feel like he's been through some shit and he's getting it out there the best way that he can possible. In his quality to me, Lil Durk the same way. I believe what these niggas are saying, and so it's different from having somebody like Wale just put out that motherfucking album and this nigga is rapping his ass off to the point in where you really got to think, is he in that top tier as far as rap? Because when
All
we
right, so like you saying that. So it's like two different lifestyles. Like you saying you can relate to that. You listen to Future. Like when I listen to Future, like lost my dog to some fentanyl. Like I live that shit.
yeah.
I just had a homeboy a year ago died like OD and shit. So these are, like I said in the beginning of my statement, these are shit that niggas, Southern niggas can relate to. Anybody can relate to it because there's a fucking epidemic going on and niggas goddamn ODing right now. So you can't say that shit, dog. Like that whole
But
statement
is
of
it
what they
about relatability or are we
no, they say they
talking
don't want no
about
message. They say they don't want
real?
no mess. They say they ain't want no message in their rap. But it's messages in these raps. These niggas just don't want to hear it. Can you? That's all. They just this panel.
I
I know. I think it's the nigga that was shift worker or something. In this shit. It's niggas like that bro said, like you taking a minority of these dumbass niggas that just ain't got no fucking brain and not listening to it. They just want to go to the club and shit and hear shit. You know what I'm saying? But when niggas put that shit on wax and the messages behind it, they skip past it. Like Jay-Z said, do you just listen to music or you skim through it?
So
Cause it's something.
do you
Go
think
ahead.
that their message is not the way that the majority of Southerners think? You think that they just
Yeah,
talking out their ass?
yes, they're talking out the ass, but we do like if that like I like with the thing about Drake, the hood don't play that shit. That's one of the real things. Like you might have a small minority about a Drake that play that shit, but they're not listening to that shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like it's niggas out there that listen to Moneybagg Yo before they listen to motherfucking Drake.
But what you're doing is repeating
No,
the
I said it's some things that is true on this list. Yes, it is. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm a minority that listen to Kendrick in my neighborhood. I had to put niggas on the Good Kid, Mad City. I had to put niggas on the goddamn Nipsey Hussle and J Rock. You know what I'm saying? Like niggas are getting the cut because I'm the music person. You know what I'm saying? Amongst my friend group. So when they hear this shit, they like, what the fuck? Who is this? You know what I'm saying? Because they stuck just on Southern shit. Them niggas don't go outside of that realm.
I want to read what Lex Friedman said. He said, best is definitely subjective. The best / most consistent lyrical rapper without question is Black Thought. The most successful would also be debatable from J.M. to Kanye. Uh, yeah, a lot of people throw Black Thought out there. I think that shit is performative, depending on how old you are. I don't know how old Lex is,
That shit performative as
but
hell,
I think
dog.
that shit is performative when niggas be throwing Black Thought out there if you're not of the age to really be getting into some Black Thought. But I do
I
understand.
ain't never heard a nigga play that shit.
I do understand what he talking about though. Maul said for everyone yapping, just remember we're going to see your Spotify Wrapped and Apple Music replays next month. The South reigns supreme.
Wait, what? And I'm not gonna lie, the South will not be on my shit. No shade. Like that's just facts. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, I know how old Lex is. Lex just said J Electronica.
Absolutely
Hold
not.
on, wait. We not talking about no J Electronica in here, Lex.
Oh my
What the hell you
god.
got going on, Lex? He said, but you also have to have the conversation on the most influential. Then you have to talk about Southern rappers, 3K, Wayne, Scarface, Ghetto Boys, Juvie, all that. Yeah, I get that. I just
The South has created like really like phenomenal rappers as far as like
Yeah, stop playing with us,
rap
dog.
goes. Like they really have. Like when I, they jogged my memory a little bit, like of some names, and I'm not gonna lie, like yeah,
And
they
Kenya,
got
I
some
keep telling you,
they
you
do
can't
got
have
a
these
few like
conversations, bro.
profound shit in there, but I feel like if we really like, total it up and do like, a big large sum pot, I don't know. I just feel like the North is taking it, just by numbers. I just feel like we got more. We just have
you
more.
know what I think?
This nigga, hold on, this nigga, where you at in Baltimore? Yeah, ain't she claiming enough? Yeah, go on, you above the Mason Dixon line. I feel you.
I
I am above. That's what I'm saying. I am above the Mason
oh
Dixon.
look,
I'm not the South.
y'all niggas
I
don't.
don't even think there are certain parts of Maryland that definitely feel like the South, but that's where all that them farmland and them
No,
hick people with
yeah.
the Confederate flags and
I
stuff.
don't claim that DMV shit, so don't even bring
Right,
it up
right.
here.
When we say DMV, we talking about PG County,
Because
Montgomery
you came,
County,
Mushy. That's why Richmond
DC.
ain't
It's
Yeah,
DMV.
certain
I
parts of
don't know why
Virginia,
they
right?
even
Like
put that
it's a
shit.
whole
I don't even know
hub
why they got a V
where
in that
shit is really
motherfucker.
popping.
Don't put us with
Nah,
that shit.
nigga. No, Northern Virginia is DMV. You niggas in Southern Virginia, stay out of it.
Yeah, we ain't never gonna claim that shit. Hell no.
I think
Niggas
that
be in
And then,
Woodbridge.
I think that
and
there's
then you
a
see, and
I
then you
remember
see
driving
like,
out the Woodbridge. That shit was damn near 3 hours.
look,
I said,
the
no.
hottest goddamn rappers this year. You know what I'm saying? The Clips. You know what I'm saying? Like they from the South, dog.
And
You
I
know what I
think that's
mean?
crazy to for them to. I don't know what's going on, but
you
Yeah,
know
I
what
cause
I
you
think
want.
think?
that
I think that there
I keep telling you,
is
King, stop having these conversations with your
no,
20 year
because
old
Mushy,
ass.
that's not fair. I hadn't heard. I had not before we our last recording. I had not listened to no clip stuff ever. I just heard y'all saying that, and I know who they was. But I personally am never going into my phone and hitting Apple Music and typing in clips to listen to none of that. Not me. But Rashad played it. And I was further, it confirmed everything that I thought of why I was never gonna go play it. I don't want to hear that shit.
I feel
That
like
shit
Well,
I
sucked.
feel like
That shit
hold on,
sucked, bro.
hold
I
on
don't
one
want to hear
second.
that.
hey,
One second.
mute her,
We
drop her
gotta
right now, bro. You don't need this co-host
we
today.
got we got a low bar for Southern artists that we don't have for other regions. Because if you think about it, no other region could get the shit off that Southern rappers get off without that region holding them accountable for the type of music that they make.
It's not a low bar. Let me explain this to you, right? The South is the soul of the country when it comes to black folks, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like that's where you get the most creative music from, the dancing and all that shit else. You know what I'm saying? I
Most
understand.
creative music.
Yes, nigga. What you get, nigga? You was walking it out at 10 years old. You know you was.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
yes,
you
I
was cranking it.
remember
Hold
those
on, hold on,
eras.
hold
I
on.
remember when Soldier Boy.
You
Wait, where's Soldier Boy from?
yeah, you
Mississippi,
was
but he moved to
Mississippi.
Atlanta.
Yeah,
Oh,
you was
okay.
cranking that shit. So that's what
I
I'm
I remember that, but that was I'm telling you that those was like pockets of some cool fun shit. That's what y'all brought, but the core of what niggas wanted to listen to all the time, that was always up north people. I don't know what y'all are talking about right now. Have you ever listened to the soul tapes?
Nah,
Like
I ain't gonna lie, I never did Not gonna hold you.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Hey, Kenya,
What?
yeah, we don't know what's up with y'all two, dog.
No, that's Rashad fuck ass.
Well,
Hey, you
Fabulous,
never listen
alright.
to the soul taste,
Fabulous
dog.
is
He
a great.
alright.
No, I don't like Fabulous slander, and then
Oh,
again,
all right.
I
So
take that
Kenya,
back
let me
because
let me
he
let me
did knock
let me.
Emily teeth out. So I do
All
like
right.
Fabulous slander,
Oh
but as far as
God.
rapping
So
goes, don't do
so
that.
so Kenya, you right? So listen, you partially right because niggas from the South had to compare themselves to niggas from the North. You know what I'm saying? And it was an influence too because back then you had to go up there and like everybody, you'll hear these stories like niggas had to go to New York and be accepted. You know where? You know what I'm saying? Like you got to see how your music does against a New York audience. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you get some people like the Clips rapping like how they do because they used to go to Philly, you know what I'm saying, and battle niggas and play their music and all that shit. So it is you know what I'm saying, like the North had it. We understand it. You know what I'm saying? I listen, like being from Virginia, I got to hear both. Like I'm listening to Clue tapes as a kid, you know what I'm saying? And I'm listening to goddamn 3 6 Mafia at the same time because I can relate to them way more. I'm listening to Project Pay because I can relate to them a little bit more. But like, if I want to get on some flash shit and you know what I'm saying, or with Mobb Deep, like I love Mobb Deep. You know what I'm saying? Because they kind of put that street shit into perspective. You know what I'm saying? Like, and with like a Wu Tang shit. So everybody had to listen to this shit. But when it branched off. You know what I'm saying? That's when you get like you can hear more shit. And I always say about West Coast artists, you have to be a special motherfucker in the West Coast to reach a major like a US audience. You know what I'm saying? Because that's why we don't see that many West Coast artists like go outside because they have a different culture. They got gang culture and shit, and that's what they mostly rapping about. But when you hear Kendrick, Nipsey, NWA, or like who else? That's new, right? Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you listen to GNX, you can tell that they're rapping about their culture over there and not to like a national level. You know what I'm saying? That's why you got motherfuckers that like a Kendrick and like I said, Nipsey that's out there more, you know what I'm saying? Because they relate, they speaking for like a larger audience out there, you know what I'm saying? So when hip hop, dog, and Southern hip hop, I just feel like it's the most creative shit that we get. You know what I'm saying? We're able to express ourselves a little bit more and push the same message. And of course, we got the twerking shit. Cause you twerk. Who gave you twerking? Cause your ass be in the goddamn mirror twerking when you hear some shit. Don't act like you don't.
Happy 200 episode. I saved y'all. I saved y'all from that. Fist in there. Not gonna lie. Listen, we got an hour in 3:30. Repost the space. Repost the space. Repost the space. I appreciate everybody in here getting to it. Had to push it back. Had some things that I had to take care of. But y'all in this motherfucking rocker with me, man. Subscribe to the Patreon. We are live on YouTube. Subscribe to the Patreon. We got a free tier. We got a $5 tier. We got a $10 tier. I was editing the newest episode of the Nature of Things podcast. Me and Kenya, quality episode. Can't wait for y'all to see it. It's called The Cloak of Misogyny. You know Kenya always got to throw that in there, but that shit was funny as hell when she said it. We get into it.